Good morning. Well, today brings us to the neighbourhood of Rossa Old Kildonan, way north in the city. And I think this is going to be the first one where we kind of enter the prairies. I feel like I'm out in the boonies here, and I haven't walked it yet. You are coming with me on this walk. It's a massive one. I've estimated it to be about 20 kilometres, hence the reason I've not done a recce and then come back to film it. So let's do this one together. I am going to go around it clockwise because there's a potentially challenging bit at the beginning, and I would sooner get that out of the way while I am fresh than when I'm half dead and knackered at the end. So join me and then we'll figure out how far we got in the end. Already 2 kilometres in. We're on Story Road. We started out at about 9 AM and it's already 21 degrees. It promises to be 26 today. So I'm sweltering. I am lathered in sunscreen. Got my hat on. Got my long trousers on so that I don't get ticks. And we're joining Pipeline Road here, and we're gonna face our first challenge. And the first challenge is this fence line. I need to walk along the entire length of this fence line on this side to stay in Rossa Old Kildonan, but it looks like it's a little bit private. So a few hundred metres down, I think there's another gap. We have to go back into amber trails for a little bit to get to that gap. A little diversion. The map was right. Here's the gap between the fence. Back in Rossa Old Kildonan. Oh man, this is the challenge we face. Glad I'm doing it early. Okay, I think I'm just going to forge a path. How much of this do I do before I turn back? Stubborn British man. Glad I wore long pants though. A lot of nettles down here. I think we're coming up into a little bit of a clearing. So reassess the situation. Much better. That Sikh temple over there represents the narrowest part of the neighbourhood. I could just sneak across there. You can see the fence we're following. We've got to follow that all the way around, go way down there, and then come back up here. So tempting to just cross there now. Whew. All right, we are at kilometre 5, and while I might be semi-regretting my decision to take this non-footpath, I'm not regretting the decision that I did this bit first. Had I come upon this after whatever it would be, 15k, I'd be like, nah, and then I would have bailed. And am I glad I wear my long trousers? Holy smokes. Surely we're coming to an end. Look at the prairie views you get there. This sign is certainly telling me to keep going. Oh. All right. I need a minute. The fence carries on for another good 2 kilometres that way, But then we end up facing the challenge of trespassing on a railway line, an active railway line. I'm going to chicken out, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sneak through a little bit of a corner of Mandanda West here and then get back on track. If you want to go that way, I'll meet you at the other end. Now here are the railway lines I would have had to contend with. Looking at that, I'm kind of glad that I took a trip through Mandanda West there. And this now brings us back to Rossa Old Kildonan. And here represents the end of that nightmare fence line. If any of you took that way, let me know how it was. All right, I think we're about a third of the way through. Let me find somewhere, sit down and grab some water and see where the next part of the journey takes us. Nice shady spot. Oh. Grab some water. Oh, it's ambient temperature, but it is good. All right, how far we come? 8 kilometers already. So what is that? Oh, over a third of the way through, I reckon. Ooh, I was thinking about kilometer 10 maybe for having the picnic. It is 10:47, 23 degrees and mostly sunny. I'll have one more swig of water. I'll save as much as I can. Oh, and we'll keep going. We've reached King Edward. I didn't realise it came this far north. If you keep following it all the way down there, you'll end up close to Polo Park, where there are patios, where there are people just lounging about, enjoying their beers, chatting, and I'm stuck up here in the prairies. So what I've done is I've made the executive decision. I should go a bit further that way and end up at Brookside Boulevard, follow that north, and then end up where we're going anyway, intersecting King Edward again. But I've walked Brookside Boulevard before and it is not pedestrian friendly. I think I would sooner come up this, I don't know, dirt road that's got barely anybody on it. It's going to save me a few kilometres, give me a little bit more energy, and I don't think we're going to miss much. It's all fields. And then we'll have a picnic when we get to the top of here. How about that? Good a place as any for a picnic. We're going to head off that way afterwards, and that kind of represents the journey back, as it were. Oh, so what have we got? We have squashed cheese and onion sandwiches. Now these aren't the best cheese and onion sandwiches in the world. I didn't use the right bread or the right butter or the right cheese or the right onion. If you want to know about the best cheese and onion sandwich in the world, watch my video on Edgeland. I'll put a link in the description for that. But these will be second best. And first best, of course, is Walker's cheese and onion crisps, all the way from the UK, smuggled in. Best before May the 10th 2025. Might be a little bit stale, but better than nothing. Let's tuck in. Oh, squashed sandwiches. Still good. Still good. Borderline stale, but still good. Well, today is actually a civic holiday. Terry Fox Day, I think they call it, here in Winnipeg. And it's hard to believe, sitting here, that we're actually still in Winnipeg. But yeah, I got the day off, so why not go for a walk with you lot? And you're probably thinking, water? Is that all you've brought along on this trip? I'm one step ahead of you. Ho 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 ho, what? In a frosty can. Well, here we go. Cheers. Oh, now this beats work. What a life. Leave no trace. Onwards. We are well out in the open here. Nothing but the sound of wind, birds, crickets, frogs, maybe. It's wildlife. And everywhere is so flat. If I was here with my sister, or if I was back in the UK with my sister, walking around her area, everywhere is uphill, everywhere is a slog, the thighs burn as you climb hills, and then you reach the top of that hill and there's more hills beyond that. She'd find this dead easy. Well, it's a matter now of just one foot in front of the other and trudge on. We made it to the Sikh temple, and there is the nightmare fence. Oh, how easy it would have been to just sneak over that bit of grass. Well, it wouldn't have been easy, as we know. It would have been very challenging, but what a shortcut that would have been. All right, onwards, ever onwards. Well, that was an absolute nightmare. Oh, my feet are bruised and broken on that rocky, half-built road. I'm on Pipeline Road, heading north. Man, it's like walking on velvet. We are at kilometre 13, by the way. Unlucky for some. Fair bit to go yet, but I think we're past the worst of it. We've made it to the north perimeter. Pretty much the very, very north part of Winnipeg. And I am fading fast. I think I've got about 4 kilometres to go. Got a little bit of water left. I'm going to make my way down Eames, join McPhillips, and that should be it. I might not have the energy to film anything, but if I do, I shall come back. Otherwise, I'll see you at the car. We made it so far north. We're actually at the Welcome to Winnipeg sign. Oh, I've got to sit down before I fall down. Oh, alright. Not quite at the car yet. Kilometre 18. I think we've just got about 2 kilometres to go. Well, I fancy Selena Gomez. I mean, I like to support Selena Gomez. And she recently came out with a version of Oreo cookies. Cinnamon or something. And I thought they were going to be limited edition. So my nephew works at Superstore, and I said, when you see a packet of them Selena Gomez Oreo cookies, grab us one. And as a good bloke that he is, he did. He grabbed me one. But I don't want to open them. And then I realised they weren't limited edition at all. You can get them running everywhere. So my sister-in-law found a 2-pack rather than opening my secret pack. Let's get this sugar rush and get me through the last 2 kilometres. This one's got a love heart in flames on it, and this one's got a musical note on it. There we go. Cinnamon cream. Good old Selena Gomez. When you're ready, come and get it. Na 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 na. No, 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 no. We made it. Absolutely fantastic. Today brings us to the neighbourhood of Rossa Old Kildonan, and this is the walk we did around it. Look at that, 21.5 kilometres. I did pass a restaurant on this massive walk, maybe at mile or kilometre 20. Spice on route, it's just up the road. Gonna meet my wife there and get some sustenance. Oh, there we go. Fantastic. Spice en route. Well, that's it. Thank you, Rossa Old Kildonan, for your hospitality.